Serafina and I were at a entrepreneurial book club where Stephanie never read the right book, and
Stephanie was terrible at this book club.
I really sucked at book club.
I did
Fabulous. What?
I just had a visual. I just had a visual.
I was proud of it. Hello and good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining me, Marty. I know your schedule is as crazy as mine, so
we have enough time for coffee, and even then,
right.
It's
When chambered chat gets to happen, I get excited for it. So, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it,
Marty, the king of memes.
The memes, coffee memes.
I love them. Thank you.
It takes away from the political crap that's out there. There's so much stuff on social media. We have to, you got to laugh at something.
I really did not understand the amount of stuff that we do at the chamber and the amount of things that we're involved in until I was fully involved in it. And I was like, wait a minute. This is a lot.
I think one day we have to do a show, maybe after the first year, of all the crazy things we've been asked in this job.
Well, that's it. I'm not trying to rock the boat. I'm like,
not crazy things, but different things. Some crazy.
All of this. And Ashley's got our update. She gives me our daily Karen Reed update, and I'm so thankful. I don't have to watch it. Jury selection is over. 18 jurors, 9 men, 9 women. Opening statements are slated for Tuesday, April 22nd. Hank Brennan plays to use the clips from Reed's media interviews in the Commonwealth's opening statements next week. Good morning, Miss Cindy. Thanks for joining us. Yes. Now we're all updated with Karen Reed.
Christina Rexman, WBZ, I got to know a couple of times. She came down here covering the Cape and Hyannis. She's covering this trial. She's done an amazing job on it. So if you ever want to watch her feeds on Instagram, or I think it's Instagram primarily, her social media, she's really there. She's in the courtroom every day. So if you're really into that stuff, she's right there. She's also a future lawyer. So she's very much involved in it.
Well, you'll have to connect me with her so I can watch it.
Yes.
If nothing else, to have it on in the background as I'm doing other things with my life.
All the money that's spent on this trial, boy. But
it's obnoxious. Well, the people are here. I got to tell you what, we were at trivia last night at Shipwrecked, and even though it was a little bit cold and a little bit windy and a little bit weird weather-wise, after our one day of sunshine where everybody ran outside, we're like, oh my God, it's not here. Wait.
Here we are again, though.
I know. So I'm pretty pumped about it for today, in fact. And I said to my husband this morning as I was getting ready, I was like, what is the weather going to be like today? And he's like, what do I look like, a weatherman? I said, you have a Google machine in your hand right now that you're looking up all of the things. You can look to see what the high temperature is going to be today. God. Marty, I asked for so little.
Oh my God. Deep breath, Stephanie. Deep breath.
Very little.
Deep breath and a big swig of coffee. You'll be all set.
Yeah, right. That's it. I'm working on it. So what's going on with you over at the Hyannis Chamber? I know that you're gearing up.
Yes. We just announced this morning, actually, press release came out. The Father's Day car show is all set to go. We're revving up, as they say. It's Sunday, June 15th, 8:30 to 2. Again, we're expecting close to 60,000 people attending this event. It's unbelievable. The best part of this, besides the cars, of course, and seeing the participants and their vehicles, is the families coming out. It's a big family day. Take that out in the morning, then take them out for dinner or have a barbecue afterwards. So it's a great way to start Father's Day.
And you've got so many things going on in that area too. Good morning, Miss Eleanor. Thanks for joining us on the show. Marty Bruemmel, the president of the Greater Hyannis Chamber, on with us this morning. We're talking Father's Day car show. Lemonadio is going to be there live. We're going to do a little live show, and we're going to find out all the things Stephanie doesn't know about cars.
Will your camper burn rubber? We can go up and down Main Street with that. Would that work?
So I've got Jack Plaze, which is one of our new entrepreneur members of the Mashpee Chamber, who's going to be joining us. And he's a car guy, and he's a sophomore at Stonehill. He's a business student, and he's got this really cool little side hustle he's got going on for like resale of autos and also detailing and whatnot. So he's like, he knows all of the cars. He's very into it. And he's like, Stephanie, I will do this with you. So I'm excited.
Maybe you can join us.
Exactly.
Jump on in that day. That'd be great.
Definitely. So
That'll be
you've
great.
got that coming up. Tourists are starting to roll in. It's April vacation week for the kids. God help us
Very
all.
much. Very much coming up. Our parents, are you ready? Brace, right? The last
No, I'm
hurrah
not.
before summer.
I'm not
So,
ready.
yeah. Well, one thing we got coming up besides school vacation week coming up in May, which is not too far away. Sunday, May 18th, we have Hyannis Open Streets, which is another street fair. Basically, the Village Green. There's a lot of stuff for the kids. There's music. There's dancing. There's food. It's just a great family day. So Main Street Hyannis gets closed from noon to 4 that day. That's Sunday, May 18th. A promotion that we got coming up in Hyannis on Main Street with Mass Development and the Business Improvement District on Main Street is Hyannis Blooms on Main Street.
Oh,
We have about 25 merchants that'll be creating floral themed window displays.
how fun
And,
is that?
yeah, there'll also be spring plantings by the bid, and local artists will be participating. Restaurants with botanical food and drink themes. So it's just something to spice up spring a bit as we get into the warmer weather. Hopefully warmer weather, Stephanie.
I know. Well, you know it's hit or miss around here. I never know what we're planning for, and that first week of May always gets me like biting my nails to the cuticles. So like, we got a lot happening that week. We've got we're doing like sort of a spring look for the farmers market inside of Mashpee Commons. So it's going to be a fun day on May 3rd with some of our regular vendors that are going to be there, some food trucks and whatnot, and just kind of like a spring sidewalk sale. I think a lot of the shops inside of Mashpee Commons are going to be putting their stuff outside, hopefully if the weather is with us and it's not that crazy wind.
No, but farmers markets are great. I just love the resurgence of this now.
Well, it needs to happen, right? And I'm working with Marie Oliva over at the Canal Region Chamber to have that Canal Region Farmers Market this year. So I'm getting interconnected with a lot of wonderful people there. And we're adding food to the already successful Canal concert series. So it's going to be gangbusters this year. I'm thrilled for it.
Also, as I mentioned before, I forget, the JFK Hyannis Museum on Main Street will be open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 4 this week.
When does that?
And actually next week. Sorry, school vacation week. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of people are looking for what to do with the kids. I know here in Mashpee, all of our camps pretty much filled up quickly, and people were kind of scrambling for what are we happening? Boys and Girls Club, their activities are super full, but I think that they still have room for you to have the kids at. I know the rec department's got some stuff going on. But if you're Serafino, what wind? Serafino is out with me, and we were trying to get my headshot. So, this first time I'm putting together this magazine. So I was like, I just need a fresh, updated headshot. I need something with the way I look right now. And she's like, oh, it's included in your creative package. And I'm like, thank God. Nice. So do you have time to go do it? Well, of course, the minute we go down to the beach to take these photos, it was like a twister, a tornado. And I've got like hair fly. I can only imagine if she even got one photo that didn't have 45 minutes of Photoshop trying to take my flyaways out of it, because I must have looked crazy.
You'll have to use our president's hairspray to hold things in place, that VO5 burst or something.
It's going to be a tight shot right here, Marty.
That'll be a mug shot. That'll be great for the chamber.
What's it? Perfect. Actually, perfect.
Yes.
Hi, John. I'm going to see T later on tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hosting my first ever comedy show tonight.
Are you going to be the host, or are you going to be the person getting ribbed a bit?
I'm the host. I'm just, you can come and roast me. Absolutely. I feel like that's part of the comedy show. If you want to throw things and heckle at me, feel free. I was having a conversation with a girlfriend I have not chatted with in a while. We just haven't been able to catch up. Her son just had surgery. We're yapping. And I was like, what have you got going on tomorrow? And she's like, oh, I'm going to some show. And I didn't know if it was a date or if it was with a girlfriend. And she's like, Aiko Tanaka. I'm like, you're coming to my comedy show, you idiot. So yeah, we've got a national, she was on America's Got Talent. And she happens to be performing at House of Hatchets tonight. And I know the lineup looks really good. Nestor Matute, RTB is coming and having his second show, which I'm excited for. So yeah, I'm going to host, and I figured I need to like run a couple of lines. I can't just be like, hi, I'm the host. This is awkward. There's a
Stephanie Unfiltered version coming out tonight?
Yeah, actually. So I've been like kind of running a few lines and working out this little stand-up opportunity, and it's not going to be great. If you want to roast an executive director, you come right on down.
Cape Cod's Got Talent. We'll start a new showcase here.
One of my friends is like, what the hell are you doing now? You're all over the place. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it is what it is.
Well, you're also in a place that's throwing axes too, so I guess you have to be careful with the audience participation and what you say, perhaps, I guess.
I feel like that's in another room. We also have Cliff there, the owner. I feel like he'll be able to mitigate any damages with people running at me with an axe. I'm sure there are people out there that would love to run at me with an axe.
So it's very successful, right?
Make
So
me
can
a
you imagine? It's very successful. Can you imagine initially proposing this, having at a restaurant bar with axe throwing? I mean, again, someone who didn't know what this all was about, people are like, what?
I know. It still like throws Hank for a loop whenever I mention there's comedy or like whatever. Like he can't wrap his brain around it's an axe bar, but there's other activities there. It's just a nice space. Many people tell me to do stand up, but I keep telling them I need to sit down. Thank you very much, Ashley. But I think I have the sound effects back.
Oh, God.
You got the air horn. You're lucky.
That's the whoopee cushion sound, too. We'll wait on that one, though.
I know. How are your events going? I know you're supremely busy this time of year.
We have a lot of stuff going on, which is great. A lot of the nonprofits are listing with us. The libraries, the museums are doing a lot of things.
What is the best way to keep up with you? I keep going back and forth with our office at the Mashpee Chamber. I'm sure you do the same thing at the Greater Hyannis Chamber. Where do we connect with people to find all of our stuff?
Everything's on hyannis.com and our events page. I have 27 events I have to put up on the website today.
Oh, that's all?
We had 43 the last 2 weeks. But, these are events going through the year, too. So not just the next month or two. But a lot of stuff, which is great. People are, there's a lot of participation for kids and families, too. So.
Yeah. Hello and good morning, Sarah. I finally got a chance to connect with Sarah at the CCYP day that we were all out, the summit, the Shape the Cape Summit. And it was nice to sit there and have lunch with a friend I hadn't seen in a long time at our little table in the way back room.
It's nice to get together with people we haven't seen in a long time either. It's just a great showcase for this, not just the networking component and the educational opportunities for people attending, but it was just nice to see everybody too. A lot of faces I haven't seen in years again, still after our COVID years. We're still getting out and about. So. Right.
And all of the chambers were there pretty much. I think we had representation from most of us, which I didn't know I was joining a club also, Marty. I kind of like having like the backup. It's nice.
We call it the LC3, the Lower Cape Chambers Collaborative, or actually I call it Chambers Anonymous. Could be both, I guess.
We need that, though. It's really tough. I know a lot of entrepreneurs where you feel like you work by yourself. Even if you've got other people in there, sometimes you feel like you've got this giant task, this mountain that you have to climb by yourself all the time. So it's nice to have a support group behind you or someone that you can be like, is this normal? Is this person trying to pull one over on me?
Exactly.
What do you pay for this? It's just really nice that we're all able to communicate that. It's so helpful.
Some of these directors have been there for a long time, and they've a wealth of knowledge and experience that have certainly helped me. And I'm into my 5th year on this job now, so I'm still learning. But again, the foundation that they bring to help us get going every day and through the tougher times. Yeah, well, also, I'm a new kid on the block, and I'm going to make mistakes, and I'm going to do things my own way. And I think that that's the thing. It's like, oh wait, you're in charge, like really in charge? Okay. But then you're like, oh, slow your roll. Things are already functioning. And some things balance, right? Exactly. And some things change and you bring new ideas to the table too. And it's all a wonderful thing. It's just engaging members and seeing what you could bring to the community. So yeah, Cindy wants to do comedy. Listen, if you want to do comedy, you can learn from our friend AJ. He does a really nice job over at Paperback, and he gives people an opportunity to get up there on stage and fall on your face or be amazing. Cindy says she wants to do comedy. She thinks her complaints are funny enough. Complaint comedy with Cindy. Could be a new theme. Wasn't that Rodney Dangerfield's thing? That brings back memories too, especially from Caddyshack. I got a lot of problems with you people. It's George Costanza of comedy. It's awesome. So talk about the membership drive that you've got coming up. And we got membership drive. Yes, well, in a couple of weeks we have a membership drive coming up. Basically, just telling people what the chamber is about, what the benefits you get with chamber membership. Besides the networking, the referrals, we help spread the word about your events, ribbon cuttings, all kinds of promotions you may have along the way, special events you have. You have a membership directory that you could rely on for members that will help you, from lawyers to architects, to designers, everything you may need to get going. We post your jobs, your deals. We give you sometimes opportunities to get discounts from other memberships as far as referral bonuses and things like that. And we also your voice to the government, cities and towns and state. So
You're much better about keeping me up to date with all of that stuff. Although I do have a couple of meetings that I've got coming up with some economic development, which, we're working on in Mashpee. I'm actually joining the town's economic development committee, which I'm like, I never thought I'd be here joining committees at town hall, but look at me go. We're actually hosting a select board forum, which is coming up on May 1st. So we're having all the candidates, because we have 2 open seats and 2 people vying for 2 different races. So I think it's really good to have a conversation about which race is which. Last week I had Greg McKelvey on for one specific seat, and tomorrow I have Tracy Kelly on for the same seat, so that they're in the same race going for things, and to just kind of explain it to the voters, because I think that we just get so busy sometimes and we're like, oh, select board, what do they even do? How does that even happen? But they do a ton. And this is the decisions that are happening in your town when you sit back and complain on social media. This is the point where you jump in and get involved.
Very much so. This is a perfect medium for this too, because you're on your way getting ready to work or whatever.
Yeah.
You can plug and play this in your car as you go along. So it's really great. So good. Thank you for doing this. It's great.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's my pleasure. And also I'm learning as well. So I think it's just really important to get the conversation going. Especially when we've got 2 seats open. It's kind of a big race here in Mashpee. Right. And it's coming up pretty quickly. I think early voting has already begun. So I'm looking forward to having more of a chat. Good morning, Dave Hagner. Thank you for joining us. Speaking of committees I'm on, Habitat for Humanity, they are working on their golf tournament. Our golf tournament is going well. I need like one more foursome. So if you're out there right now and you want to golf Willow Bend, it's Cinco de Mayo. Once again, first week of May. So we're rolling the dice on this one. It could be amazing or it could be crazy. Either way, you're going to have fun. I had breakfast with Dino yesterday, and he's got the golf cannon all fired up. He's like, I'm filling it up. I was like, okay, we're doing it. So it's going to be a good time. And that's for funds for the Mashpee High School Scholarship Foundation. So it's incredible what we raise money for.
I can see the Lemonadio margarita truck driving around on the course.
Right? We're bringing the farmers market popcorn machine. We got a couple of other things that we're going to be putting throughout the golf course. They're going to be like, oh God, Stephanie.
A drink scavenger hunt.
I'm like, what? We can't have a farm stand on hole 9? That's a problem. They needed apples, fresh ones.
Yes, a special cider. Yes.
No, not mini golf, Dave. Although that sounds kind of fun. I wish maybe this summer I can talk to Mashpee Golf and see if they can do some sort of fun little tournament over there. Good thinking. I like it. Yeah, we're embracing our seasonal businesses. They are dusting off the
very much
sales and getting themselves ready to open. I know Raw Bar had their opening weekend and it was raw.
Literally. Well, job fairs too, right?
Yeah, right. Today. Yeah. We were all pouring one out for Bobby Weeks, who passed away. And it was right after the Boys and Girls Club's Chili Fest. So we all kind of poured into the Raw Bar, and it was literally elbows only. You know how it is in there. You can't. And the rules are always you can't use a cell phone in there. Not that you could even lift your arms to find your cell phone while you were in there. So it was really nice to I don't even think we had a drink. I just was in there for the atmosphere. Like, hi, what are you doing? Nice and warm in here.
Give those drink straw hats and just turn on that way. Add that to your headset. Maybe that could work perhaps.
Honestly, I know. I need my little Britney Spears headset. Yeah, we've got a big job fair going on today at Cape Space. We've teamed up with Mass Hire. You have a Mass Hire employee right now.
Yes. She's working very well. It's an amazing opportunity for someone who really wants to get started. Between the training that they receive from Mass Hire, the coaching, we just take it from there, mentor them along, and it's been a great experience. So I encourage you to look into that participation for the program with Mass Hire.
Yeah, no matter what your age is, they've got several programs for you to get back involved. I loved, they did a really nice presentation at the Shape Your Cape Summit, where they were just talking about our kids, our teenagers, and, you know, sometimes college is not for everybody and all the assessments that they run. But this particular portion of Mass Hire that we're working with today, we've got 22 businesses that are looking to hire you today, which is really nice. Yeah. So if you're looking for a career shift, or maybe you're a mom and you want to be back in the workforce, or, you know, you're underemployed, wherever it is that you're at, come with your resume. Come talk to some of the people at Mass Hire. They can assist you with that if you're stressed out. I know sometimes it's like overwhelming. And you don't know what direction you're going in. They're definitely the direction givers, and the person that's going to pat you on the back and say, here, go here, which is nice.
Plus resume assistance, job matching, they do all that stuff there for you. It's really great.
Marty, they did it for me when I was laid off from the radio. I'm like, what am I going to do with myself? And of course, I was the one that was picked for unemployment to like go back in there. We need to verify this stuff. And so I know, but it was fine. I made the absolute most of it. And Laura Romanelli was so phenomenal. She was just like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not grown up.
Why grow up at this stage?
But it was during pandemic. It was just, it was so connected though. They were still on top of it. I ended up going to getting like a digital marketing certificate while I was trying to figure out what it was that I was doing. And it was good. It's been a while since I was in school or learned something. So it was nice to have that dust off of my wheels and get back going and kind of support me before, you know, I rolled out Lemonadio. So it was a really nice place for me to rewrite a resume. I hadn't written a resume in 20 years.
So there wasn't a word detention room for you in that experience. Okay,
I was on my own. Thank you, sir.
God forbid.
Awesome.
Never.
Yeah, right. So there'll be plenty of people from Mass Hire that are going to be at Cape Space today, and that is from noon until 2. So you've got plenty of time to like get your life together, grab your resume, and come see who is going to be showcased, or just come and meet us if you want to find more about the chamber, find out more about Mass Hire, or see what employers are going to be there. I know Community Health Center is going to be there. I saw Beata. I saw financial places, people looking for anything from executive assistants to day laborers. I mean, there's pretty much everything for everyone that is going to be showcased today from noon to 2 at Cape Space. So come see us.
Everything's opening up. The sun is out, which is
yay.
What is that? You know? So.
I'm very much looking for it's a nice bright room over at the atrium inside of Cape Space. Nice. Not like my office, which is a closet, but that's fine.
That's okay.
I'm fine.
It echoes when you scream.
Yeah, sure.
Not to ever do that. Never.
I have a business after hours that's happening tomorrow over at Larry Hodgman. Kara and Rachel are absolutely fabulous, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with them. It's the most I ever want to hang out with a lawyer.
That's a talk show in itself.
They do family law, and it gets so difficult, but they're the most positive and fun humans I've ever met in that very weird space of family law. It's hard. You get people at their absolute worst fighting for whatever space that they have left of their lives sometimes. And they're good.
Takes a lot of patience.
Yes,
and professionalism, and also the dedication to do that job, you know.
Well, she's also one of our board members at the Mashpee Chamber, and she's a mom to like toddlers. So I honestly, hats off to her, because I remember being in the thick of it when my kids were that little and remembering, how am I going to survive this? How am I going to do this? But you just do it. You get through it. You will get through it.
Well, you had very early radio hours too when you years ago too. Very early.
Well, that was like, that was breakfast, and then it was like on to Momtown.
Yeah.
And then I had like a whole nother life I had to do after that. So I think I was built for this chamber job, Marty.
Sleep is not required.
What's up, Bree? you're getting ready for April vacation. I think she's vacationing with the family. She's got a girlfriend's bachelorette party that they're going away for before that. So I am very jealous of your 2 weeks away. Enjoy every moment of it.
Yes. And wedding season started too last week.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of stuff going on there. So it's really great to see. A lot of Cape Cod weddings. So Cape Cod Chamber is a wedding website. Also, Cape Cod Weddings is a part of that group. So a lot of vendors there you can reach out to. Just an amazing group of professionals. I was involved in the industry for over 30 years. So
it's big business here on the Cape.
Big business, and it's done very quickly. And there's multiple elements you have to deal with of tents and rain and humidity.
I think I've seen it all as a wedding DJ. I've seen it all.
I can just imagine. And,
Yes.
and also perhaps you could do some history of crazy dance moves you've seen on the dance floor.
Oh, I don't even know anymore. There's one particular wedding that I will never forget though. And it happened to be one of a former radio station guy that was up here. His name was Randy Clemens.
Mhm.
And he had this huge wedding, Sheridan 4 Points in Eastham, and we're all there. And I mean, his bride was very Southern. The family was very Southern. So they served Southern barbecue at the Sheridan 4 Points. I mean, like all the dresses are white and there's just barbecue sauce everywhere. And I'm like, and then the groom mother dance was like an 8-minute song, and they had a slow dance, and it was like he had his arms wrapped around her waist. It was very uncomfortable. It was the longest 11 minutes of my life. Short and sweet. Get in there and get out of there. 2 minutes. Tell the DJ to shorten it up at the very end. You do not need an 11-minute song while you're there hugging your mom uncomfortably in front of everybody with your barbecue hands. It was just the weirdest. I could go for days on weird weddings, but I think that one particularly stuck with me just because it was a moment of a room full of radio jerks and everybody was watching the most uncomfortable, awkward moments you've ever seen in your life. Ken Wade had no words. And for Ken Wade to have no words, that's epic.
Wow. I saw some reels somewhere where there was a wedding, Southern wedding. Of course, it had to be a Southern wedding where they decided to do keg stands. And of course, the women wearing their wedding dresses doing a keg stand is probably the best idea to do. It's just like,
yes.
Why?
We love it. These are the parties we like to be involved in. What's up, Lauren? He probably did it on purpose. Probably. Oh, yay, wedding season. Let's get weird. We've got about 4 DJs on staff. So if you're looking for an event to be staffed, make sure you reach out to us. Just send me an email, info@lemonadio.com, and we'll get back to you with an opportunity. Different price points too, because all of our DJs are at different skill levels. So I feel like it's nice to offer a menu of choices because everybody's balling on a budget right now. I know everybody's kind of freaking out and tightening their purse strings and worrying about what's going to happen tomorrow. It's definitely a conversation that's happening.
Very much so. We're frugal. We went through the worst of times with COVID, I think, is when the world shut down and we still adapted. So we're resilient as much as we may not like what we're seeing or hearing.
Yeah.
But, things change.
It's a nice little insulated bubble. I think we kind of
certainly was
beat to our own drum where we are. Like we're helping out our neighbors. And I feel like our economy is very different. You look at the States economy and then you talk about Cape Cod and we're just very different.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. It's not apples to apples.
Although I'll never see when I was working in the liquor store, someone coming in with a snorkel gear as their COVID mask. I mean, that was pretty ingenious. I don't think I'll see that again.
That's good old-fashioned fun right there.
Some guy had an AOL virus disc with the whole antivirus. He wore that elastic band around his head. That's my antivirus. That was great.
I forget. My husband had a couple of doozies too. He was wearing like the kids' Halloween masks sometimes. And I was just like, why? What are you doing? We all let our weird hang out. I think it was healthy for us.
And it was 5 years ago. It seems like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
I know. It really does. We are celebrating 5 years in September for Lemonadio, but our chamber is celebrating 40 years in September. 40
That's
years.
awesome.
I know.
Awesome.
It's pretty incredible. So I was going through some of the old photos and kind of like just putting some stuff together. And Mashpee has definitely changed. Hyannis has definitely changed.
Always adapting, very much so. Culturally too,
Yeah.
enhancing in a lot of ways too, which is great. Our Brazilian community on Cape Cod is diverse and great. Just as an example,
Yeah.
we have a lot of new businesses join the chamber who are Brazilian-based businesses, and it's just wonderful. The culture and diversity is great.
Yeah.
We welcome it.
Oh, I just saw that there's like some new butcher or something like that that popped up near Laney's dress shop. I don't
West
know
Main
what's
Street.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
also
I've got
great.
all these new spots popping up. I'm like, oh, yay. Tis the season. What's up, Dan? Keg stands weddings are the best. It's been a while. Lauren was wondering, wait, we were supposed to come out of our COVID bubble? She's still in it.
You know, the way things are in this world, that may not be a bad thing.
You are doing well in your COVID bubble, my friend, because she has got Oplasis Art Studio. It's in Buzzards Bay, and she's going to be working with us. She's so helpful and wonderful and is focused on just exploding with that Canal Region Farmers Market. And I've been having some great meetings. She's actually doing a fundraiser. One of our federal funds got shut off. And so she is doing one of, she's swimming from the lobster trap. It's like a 4-mile swim or whatever it is. It took her 3.5 hours to complete or something like that the last time she did it for a fundraiser. So now she's doing it again. She's waiting until May. It's going to get a little bit warmer before she's out there throwing. She's like, I'm not coming out. You're going in the ocean, lady. So she's raising some money. I gave her a dollar amount that we need to raise to get this off the ground. And she's like, that's it. We're doing it. It's happening.
That's awesome.
I know. So we've got so many wonderful supporters here. I'm so thankful for the people that are just coming out of the woodworks. If you want to volunteer, drop your information. I will send you the volunteer links. Shifts are like an hour and a half long. You get to play with kids. You get to talk about food. You get to pet dogs. You get to point people in the direction where the porta potty is. It's not heavy lifting.
The porta potty attendant director. That's
right
great.
There. That's it. We're working on a composting toilet. I'm working on some weird stuff, Marty. Never in my life did I think I would be working in this weird space of connecting people with like a giant monster water hydrator because there's no water bubbler up that way. Okay, we'll buy one of those.
The composting toilet is interesting for a chamber person.
Right.
We put up a lot of crap. I guess that's appropriate, right? So pardon the expression. But
we work with penis sanitation in the Mashpee Chamber,
they're
but
great.
I all of a sudden got this conversation going with another person who's like a composter of what's in the porta potty, and I'm like, this is a bizarre conversation, but also I'm very interested to know what you're going to do with this, and what does that smell like?
Oh, bye.
In the middle of summer.
They've already finished their breakfast yet? Yikes! Boom, boom.
Real talk.
Exactly. That'd be a topic for your night show. Real talk with Stephanie.
I don't think that should be aired. I think
Brace
that
yourself.
happens wherever I am. We had over 30 teams last night at Shipwreck for trivia.
That's awesome.
It felt so good to see so many people in a line out the door waiting to just sit and have some sushi and play some games. And I can always tell, the older people get a little nervous when they see a giant big speaker and they're like, is that going to be in my ear? And then to see them flip it around and have such a really good time and enjoy the night fully and thank me and whatever it is on their way out. It's just really, it's enjoyable to watch a whole shift in attitude from when they arrive and then when they leave.
Was that your James Earl Jones or Darth Vader impersonation for a second?
Either way.
Or Barry White.
I can do Friends in Low Places for karaoke. All by myself.
Oh, God.
We've got 1 month of karaoke left over at Dino's on Friday nights, and then we're going to be shifting it to just straight DJ dancing on the weekends for the summer. We're ready for it.
What's the number one requested song for karaoke these days?
I'm
not mentioning the Rick D song. Just don't worry.
No. People like Friends in Low Places is up there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of Patsy Cline. We have a lot of Dire Straits, which is weird. We had a guy that was crushing Alice in Chains last week to the point where I was like, I think he's better than the original.
That's
But
great.
it's a quiet time before gig season starts, so we're seeing a lot of bands roll in and flex their Friday night, get a couple songs in, see if they can pass out a couple of cards to get some gigs.
Hey, why
I'm not mad about it. Come on
No, why
down.
not? It's great.
We are fully staffed for the Mashpee Farmers Market. We had over 60 entertainers put in their application
That's
to
awesome.
sing at the farmers market. And I'm so excited to see some new faces too. So every
Congrats
single
to you.
week, thank you. I appreciate that.
Congrats to you. That's
Every
a lot of
single
work.
week will be different entertainment. So it's really nice to support the arts, obviously, but to see some really new faces out here and enjoying a little Sunday, noon until 3, bring the entire family and the dog and come and sit in the lawn.
But not the cat, right?
I
Cats
mean,
are going to sell union agreements one of these days and say, what's going on here? Nothing for me.
one of these Sundays this summer, the church, Christ the King, does the blessing of the animals, and somebody brought a chicken in a cat crate to be blessed. So they were all out there on the lawn, all kinds of animals, several cats, but a chicken, a lizard. What else did we see? What axolotl? Somebody brought this thing. I was like, wait, what? This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but the priest was having a good time. We're blessing all the animals. Here we go.
There's a meme I saw yesterday. This priest is going down in church in the aisle with this spray gun of holy water, just spraying everybody. Not blessed, just with the spray.
I saw that too. It's bizarre.
It's just...
I think I need a bucket of holy water myself. I think I could use that. Kelly says she's very excited. Yeah, every single one of our farmers market has a wellness aspect to it. So it's totally free. You can roll up from 11 to noon and do some sort of wellness activity, from Tai Chi to yoga. There'll be an instructor every single week, meditations, sound baths. So we got real weird last year and I loved every ounce of it. And the kids and elder adults, it was just like a mishmash of everyone.
That's everything. That's great.
Trying something new, right?
It's like the Love Live Local event on the Village Green Hyannis. It's something for everybody, small businesses, events, music, culture.
Yeah, they put it together. They do a really nice job.
That's the one thing I've been impressed with in this job, seeing all this opening up. Because I started the job the first week of COVID. So seeing everything really close up and open up again with all these activities, especially the farmers markets again as an example, it's just wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
Really great.
Ashley, I need more than a wellness activity. I need a whole day. Girl.
Wellness week.
I need a lot. You're on your journey of wellness right now. You look fabulous. You've been trimming down. Not that that's a sign of wellness, but
getting there.
Good for you, Marty. It's not easy to do, especially when we're so busy and like just trying to plan to eat healthy and like pack stuff with you and be prepared to like not be starving and eat garbage.
Garbage.
It's very difficult for me.
The first 50 was very tough, but I think I'm over the hill on that, so we'll get there.
Oh, wow. Good for you.
Getting there.
I need to be like Marty a little bit.
No one can replicate you, Stephanie. They can try.
I don't think anybody wants to try.
All the energy you have and the personality that goes with it. No, I don't know about that.
And usually this is without coffee. You know what I found out, Marty? The days that I had to do like fasting blood work or whatever, I was actually so psychotic that I think coffee slows me down. I think coffee makes me regular because I wake up like a lunatic. It's like ADHD to the max when I'm there, and it's not good. I can't follow a script. I wrote down like all the things that I was trying to remember for the day, and I'm like had a coffee and I was normal. So
I can maybe do a coffee meme or reel with you then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's gonna be my
strengthen your computer in the morning before you go on air.
Stephanie, did you have your coffee? Because you need to chill out. Not said by many.
It's a process, right?
Right.
It's a process.
Good morning, Miss Mari. I know Mari's got her Great White Shred event that is happening in Sandwich. Drop the information for that so that people can connect with that, because I know our good friend Chrissy over there will definitely be covering it. We love our chamber members. If you're not a chamber member in your town, definitely explore what it is that they're doing for you, because it's a ton if you're a business owner. And a lot of them have some entrepreneur memberships or volunteer opportunities. We do so many activities in town. We always are looking for volunteers, advocates, champions, board members. Get involved in something, please.
And the connections are amazing too. I can't stress that enough. What you at our business before and after hours, people you meet, just a casual conversation could lead to a business opportunity too.
Yeah,
so it works out really well.
That's the most fun part of my job, is connecting people with the stuff that they need. I'm always like, oh, I know this one or that one. Did you check there? Did you check here? Giving directions makes me happy. I've learned that about myself.
That's a hashtag.
Yeah, right.
It could be a model for the chamber.
Giving directions makes me happy.
Where to go and how to get there.
Ask me how. Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. Before you go, I know you've got 1,000,005 things to do today. Good morning, Miss Cheryl Smith. Thanks for joining us. Liz, what's up, Liz, from our Cape Cod chamber? She's super busy too. We're getting ready. Quahog Day is coming up.
Yeah.
Do you need me this year? No one's asked me. Let me know if you need me. We're busy.
So much going on.
Seriously. So one more time for the Hyannis Chamber. Let's go.
Hyannis.com. Everything's on the site. Social media too. Everything's linked there. So especially our events page. A lot of stuff. Again, the car shows are a big highlight. So we're getting ready for that.
I know. I'm looking forward to it too. How many entries do you normally get?
350. We're already at 220. So we're selling fast. So
insane. Where's the best place for people to park?
So the satellite parking lots on North Street are available, public streets. Actually, there'll be a map on our website also with parking available.
Perfect.
I'll provide
I think that's probably the question you get asked the most, probably.
Where's the packing? Yes.
Where do I pack at?
That could be a sign.
Oh my God.
Instead of just the peace sign, that's what I pack at.
Tomorrow on the show, I've got Tracy Kelly. She is running for select board in Mashpee. I'm looking forward to our conversation. If you have a question that you want to ask Tracy, make sure you send it to me. You can always email me, Stephanie@stephanieviva.com. And tonight, I'm doing my first comedy show. So for $20, let me take a look at the lineup, because I know AJ had sent it over to me. So Jake Jensen, Liz Miller, RTB, Nestor Matute, and then Aiko Tanaka, who is going to be our headliner. She has been on America's Got Talent, and also she's been in the Fast and Furious movies. She's like actually famous. Wow. I know.
What time does it start?
Showtime starts at, that is a good question. I think it's 8:00, but I should probably double check on that. I'll be there earlier regardless. Yeah, it's 8:00. Showtime. 8:00, $20 gets you a bunch of comedians, and then you can laugh at me dropping my bad one-liners, because I have no idea what this is going to look like right now. I'm going to get booed.
Beware of the comeback line. You pick on Stephanie, be fair what she may say back.
I'm going to be backstage, like taking notes on all the comics. Like, how do I razz this one? What do I say after that? Did I pronounce their name right?
I'm going to get you.
And you know what? That's not my time of night. So that's the time of night that I end up saying dumb things, because I'm just exhausted. I'm like, when you wake up the next day and you're like, why did I say that? I didn't even mean that. What?
That sounds like most of the people in DC these days. So,
oh my God. And we're leaving on that note, Marty. Hyannis.com is where you can find the Greater Hyannis Chamber. Marty Bruemmel, everybody, president. I know you got a lot of stuff to do. So we'll talk to you later, Marty.
Have a great day. Thank you, everybody. Take care.
Oh my gosh. Everybody else, have a wonderful day. Check in with us. We have our job fair that is happening with Mass Hire over at Cape Space. And that's from noon until 2 today. So swing through and come and find me, or laugh at me tonight at House of Hatchets. God help me. Have a good one. Bye. Oh no, Marty.